It's the year of the dragon. Of course we're doing Draconathon. Hello, I'm Jade. Welcome to my channel if you're new, or if you're really old. Because if you're really old, you are aware of Draconathon. This was a readathon myself and Soleil at Soleil Celine have done, but we had to go on hiatus. Soleil was really busy with grad school. I was really busy with suddenly living in Japan. But it's the year of the dragon. We are both feeling very fresh, very ready, and we are very excited to bring Draconathon back this August. Some of the basics you would need to know right off the bat: that Draconathon is a dragon-based readathon. Draconic creatures in general, it does not have to be a Western dragon by any means. I'll have a playlist down below to kind of show past Draconathon videos, but overall, we're just nerds for dragons and we really want to share that with everyone. I will be periodically looking down at my notes because I am rusty and I do want to make sure I capture all of the details and information you will need in this video, but please check out Soleil's video at Soleil Celine. I'll have her link down below because she's going to have other recommendations for dragon videos. We are co-hosting this, so it's best to follow both of us in case one of us forgets information that the other one can share. But if you're watching my video first or second, here are the basics of Draconathon's 2024 readathon. First, when? It takes place in August, all of August. This can be in tandem with other readathons. This can be at your own pace, so hopefully we've caught you before you've made your TBR. I know I haven't made mine yet. I'm perpetually behind. Next, where? As I said, my channel as well as Soleil at Soleil Celine will have all of the Draconathon information as well as our Instagram. We have a Draconathon Instagram that will be linked down below. We also have a long-standing Discord, which if you are part of our Discord, you were able to see this video early, and I highly recommend you joining our Discord just because it is an absolutely lovely community. Rachel at Rachel Reads, who is another lovely booktuber, you can find her down below, is a wyvern on the Discord and will happily field some of your questions as well as just be participating in general. Everyone's very chill and just wants to read about dragons, so hop on in and we'll all be there talking about dragons and sharing our dragon-related crafts and activities. Our Instagram will also be fairly active. And then finally, a new addition to platforms that Draconathon has taken over. We will have a Fable. However, this Fable account will not just be for Draconathon, it will be throughout the year to read dragon books. We're just debuting our Fable account for Draconathon. It felt perfect, felt right, it made a lot of sense since we wanted to do Draconathon, and we've also been wanting to do buddy reads with dragon books because that's what Soleil and I do. So we will have a Fable up and running. The link will be down below. Please come and join us. I'll have more information on our first book as well as how Fable will work, but Soleil is also more Fable savvy, so Soleil will probably have more information overall. But essentially it's going to be low-key, us reading dragon books each month, co-hosting it, but it's not required for the readathon. It is just in tandem, which I guess is the new word of the day. I've used tandem twice. And then finally, the what of this Draconathon. Usually our Draconathons have a bit of a theme, a little bit of a thread we like to weave through what we're trying to do. We just want it to feel like a bit of a reset because that's what this is. We are kind of resetting Draconathon. Whatever the vibe is, it's feeling floral. It's giving cozy. And this year's theme was a little bit inspired by Spyro. And when I say a little, I do mean that I played through all 3 original Spyro games like a month ago and then made a spreadsheet where I collect gems. And now I'm sharing it all with you. So we're going to be collecting gems this Draconathon. We will have a spreadsheet where you can collect the gems, fulfill the prompts. I'll get into a giveaway later for more information, but the basics of it is cottagecore, collecting gems, cozy readathon. We're just going with the prettiest way we can possibly do this readathon. So the book prompts this year, which do all need to be dragon based. All of these can be fudged a bit. You'll see me fudge my TBR, but the one thing that I will say, they do need to be dragon books. It should have a dragon in the book. It's the only stipulation I think Soleil and I stand by. Whatever the prompts are, apply dragons. Apart from that, these can be fudged, smudged, and stretched. We also went with a floral theme this year. Soleil and I had so much fun tag teaming these prompts and figuring out just the way to be at our cozy, most relaxed selves, and it became floral very quickly. So welcome to our draconic meadow. The book prompts are, first, Snapdragon. Read a dragon book with spells in it. This can be a magician, a sorcerer, healer, a mage, any sort of magical spell, incantation, or alchemy. There are many ways you can make this prompt work for you. The next one is Cherry Blossom, a dragon book with nature as a theme or on the cover. So if you have a dragon book with anything nature-based on the cover, or if you think that nature plays a large theme or role, or you can find it in the book, go for it. After that, we have Forget-Me-Not, and the Forget-Me-Not flower is going to be your oldest dragon book on your TBR. This is the only one I'd say is the most straightforward, it being your oldest book and it being dragon-based. Your oldest dragon-based book. The end. Then we have Gardenia, and Gardenia is to read a dragon book with love as a major theme or component. Whether it be romantic, platonic, found family, the center core of the story is about love and the different forms it can take. That's the book you're looking for the Gardenia prompt, and I'm so excited to find books that fit that prompt. And last, for the book-based prompts, the last one is Daisy. The Daisy prompt is a dainty dragon read. This is a dragon story that is 250 or less pages. This can be an article, part of an anthology, a short book, a novella, a novelette, a manga, a comic book, a graphic novel, anything that's short and sweet so that your TBR feels just a little less cumbersome. We also have dragon-based activities. This is a cornerstone of Draconathon that we didn't want to get rid of, and that's that we have crafts, activities, different community-based things. It's also another way to collect gems, as again, I will explain on the spreadsheet. I'm just keeping it simple for now. First, we have Dragon's Meadow, which is where I think this Draconathon takes place, is in the Dragon's Meadow. And that is to take a picture of a book and flowers, a dragon book, if you can. You post it somewhere, you check mark it on the spreadsheet, just have dragon books and flowers hanging out together, and you fulfilled this prompt. Next is Dragon's Den. This is to organize your shelves, whether it is an unhaul or a haul, cleaning up the clutter, adding clutter. I know I recently just filmed a video adding knickknacks and trinkets to my shelves, so that can also count. You're organizing, you're making your Dragon's Den feel more homey, and that's kind of the point of this prompt. Next is Dragon's Breath. I love this prompt. This is actually probably my favorite prompt. Soleil really nailed it. Dragon's Breath is to practice some sort of mindfulness. This can be breathing exercises, it can be studying Pomodoro sprints, it can be yoga, but practicing mindfulness and just taking a moment to settle in to yourself and your body and just take a beat. There's so many different forms out there and so many ways that this can be interpreted. Do what you need to do for you. This is a self-care prompt. It is mostly focused around taking a breath, a dragon's breath. After that is Dragon Hatchling. This is to make a craft, a dragon-based craft. I myself will be doing origami for this prompt. My students made me this cute little dragon so long ago. I know a few of my students who know how, so I'm gonna be hitting them up and asking them to teach me how to make dragon origami. This can be really applied to anything where you are crafting, making. It can be as horrible or as magnificent as you want it to be. The point is to have fun and make dragon crafts. And then finally, the last activity-based dragon prompt is the Dragon's Feast, and that is to make a food or drink item dragon themed. In the past, Soleil and I have made fire flakes. That's a really old video. I don't really want to show you, but I'll do it anyway. I'll have it linked up above. It's a vlog where I make dragon flakes, and it's absolutely delicious. I do remember them being on fire awesome. There was also dragon puffs, which was a type of like dragon popcorn that was coming out. Soleil stuck it in a bowl and called it a day. If you're watching House of the Dragon and want to have a House of the Dragon themed meal and be watching House of the Dragon, that's dragons, that's food. Make it work. You can do whatever you need to do to feel like you're having fun while being part of Draconathon. We're only here to celebrate dragons and have a good time. If you're not having a good time, you shouldn't do it. Now that I've talked about the prompts, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to future me, talking about the spreadsheet and kind of walking you through, because you're collecting gems, but you also should know how the gem thing works, and I'm a little too floral and unequipped to explain it right now. Let's hop forward to me in the future doing a spreadsheet walkthrough, and then I'll, pop back in and look floral again. Okay, we are at the Draconathon Gem Hunt tutorial. The first thing you are going to do is file and then make a copy. This is a really important step because we don't want to affect the master copy that everyone is going to use. So go ahead and put your name, or the name that is most easily identifiable if you decide to enter the giveaway. So I'm going to use my username on Instagram, so Jade Juniper. There's 2 eyes in Juniper on Instagram because someone has the, you know, the one with 1 eye. So, all right, now that that copy's made, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. And I'm going to put this at 75%. You don't have to, but it's so you can see the entire thing on the spreadsheet. I'm really happy with how the spreadsheet turned out. I think it's really cute. So let's go through it really quick. First is the prompts area, and this just has your full list of prompts. So Snapdragon, Cherry Blossom, Forget Me Not, Gardenia, Daisy, and then photo/post with Draconathon. This is just a reminder to go ahead and @ us or hashtag with Draconathon in order to let us know that you're participating and, you know, just so we can all find each other and each other's stuff. Sorry if you can hear the siren in the background. Don't have to count this towards a dragon book. You don't have to do this. It's just kind of a reminder that if you do any of these prompts and post about them, use hashtag Draconathon. With how to use this, let's go ahead and say that I am doing Snapdragon and I choose the book Rage of Dragons. This is by Evan Winter, and the page number is going to be whatever your edition is. Obviously, this is going to differ: ebook, paperback, hardcover. Just choose your copy. This is all just fun and games. So I know that my copy of Rage of Dragons is about 520 pages. And for the next area, we have marginalized rep. This is going to be for either the author or the book itself, preferably both. That's fantastic. Having some sort of marginalized representation. So whether that's disability rep, queer representation, BIPOC, POC, this is going to be the area where you'll check that off so that you are reading diversely, which is all we're trying to encourage here, is for people to read diversely. So if you click this, Rage of Dragons is an African-inspired fantasy and own voices from Evan Winter. I go ahead and get another 10 points. So you can see over here, I've gained 530 points. Then we have Book Slayed. This is if you finish the book. Maybe you're halfway through a book, you would just go ahead and not check this off, but you still get all of the gems for what you've read. So if I've only read 300 pages of Rage of Dragons, I can still check this off. I would just not check Book Slayed, and this is the points I would end up with having gotten this far. This also works so that you're rewarded even if you end up DNFing a book. If you haven't slayed the dragon, you haven't slayed the book, that's okay. You still get points. So if I finished Rage of Dragons, all 520 pages, then I can click, then I can check this off, and I get my full points, which is just an extra 5. Then I would go through and do this all of the other times, but I'm a little too lazy for that, so we're moving on. This is just a tutorial. I'm gonna skip this for now and go down here to extra gems. These are the activities and crafts area. So we have Dragon's Meadow, flowers, and book photos. Once you've done that, you can check that off and get 5 points. Each of the activities are 5 points. So Dragon's Den, another 5, another 5. No matter how many you complete though, you can go ahead and stick the number in here and get a few more gems. So in this case, I completed all 5 activities, so I can put the number 5 in here, and that gives me 50 more gems. If you only complete 3, I'm gonna go ahead and give you 30 gems. So hopefully that's clear there. Sorry, I did forget to mention though, if you do post a Draconathon photo or just post in general about Draconathon using the hashtag, you can go over here, and it does say book slayed, but just go ahead and you know what we mean. You slayed it, you did it, and you can check that off and get another 5 points. So there is that there. And then when you are finished, you'll go ahead and just send this to either our Instagram, our Discord, so that we can enter you into the giveaway. If you decide not to enter the giveaway, you can just keep this for you. That's totally fine. Post about it if you want, or just, you know, quietly participate. I can't say this enough, just up to you having fun, and whatever gets you there. So I think that this is the entire tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions, myself or Soleil, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn back into my floral self. Okay, hopefully I did a fantastic job of explaining that. It's not confusing at all. If it is, leave a comment down below and ask me a question. Hit us up on our Instagram or our Discord. Let us know if you have any questions, and we are happy to field them for you. Essentially, when Draconathon's done, you've collected all of the gems you can go ahead and DM Draconathon's Instagram or our Discord and send us your spreadsheet, and you will be entered into a giveaway raffle. The giveaway raffle is meant just to celebrate dragons once more, because that's all we're doing this month. That's the whole point. Celebrating dragons and small independent artists, which is why the giveaway gift will be a piece of Draconathon merch made for us by Bashful Sketches. She is the the creator of Kaida, our fabulous dragon icon, and she deserves all the love and the attention, so I will have her Instagram linked down below as well as her storefront so you can shop around in preparation because there is a $40 cap on the merchandise. It will be coming out of Soleil and I's pocket. We want to go ahead and send out this giveaway gift. There will be one winner, and I can attest that the Draconathon merch is pretty awesome. I have this pillow, it's double-sided with Kaida on it, this plaque, which is awesome and adorable. I also have a tote bag, which I get complimented on every single time I use it. I'm currently using it for books that I let my friend borrow, so they keep it in the Draconathon bag. But back to the giveaway. To be clear and concise, which I am not, DM the Draconathon account or Discord with your spreadsheet, complete or not. If it's not complete and you just gathered as many gems as you can, enter it. It's okay. It's a raffle. We're just going to be taking your username information, going through and doing a random generator to ba-bam, a winner. This will enter you into the raffle giveaway to win a piece of Draconathon merch wherever Redbubble ships. I can't control Redbubble's shipping because we're just people who likes dragons, and Redbubble is where our merch is sold currently. It looks like there's a pretty extensive list. We just need to make sure we can physically ship there. So anywhere that Redbubble will ship it, we got you covered. Again, there is a $40 cap, but all proceeds go to Bashful Sketches. We are taking none of the proceeds, purely fun-based for us, and supporting an artist who has always been supportive to us. Bashful Sketches is the only one that will be getting any proceeds from this giveaway or any Draconathon merch you buy, past, present, or future. Yes, please support local artists, give Bashful Sketches more attention. All the links will be down below, both for the spreadsheets and for the merchandise, in case you want to shop around. On to Fable, which is a little bit more Draconathon adjacent, but I still want to cover it here because we have a book that we're going to be reading, and it's a dragon book. What Fable is an app where you can buddy read with other people or join a book club. Soleil and I are pretty much just going to be buddy reading every month, and we want to open it up to other people because sharing dragons has kind of been our thing for quite a few years now. Our first book, and what we are debuting our Fable on, is To Shape a Dragon's Breath. This book sounds so good. Don't want to butcher it any more than I'm already going to, so I'll just be reading the synopsis real quick. A young indigenous woman enters a colonizer-run dragon academy and quickly finds herself at odds with the approved way of doing things. In the first book in a new brilliant fantasy series set on a remote island where dragons have not been seen for generations until a dragon egg is found and our main character bonds with the hatchling. It sounds really good. I am going to list the trigger warnings right here because I want to find a place that has compiled them or compile them myself, and then I will also have it pinned in the comments so that you can easily find it. But here are the list of content warnings. It will be happening once a month. Sometimes we will host together, sometimes it'll be one or the other. The point being, we'll be there. We'll be on Fable, and you can join us if you'd like. The link will be down below. But if you want to have it fit into Draconathon's prompts, it does fulfill, from what my knowledge and understanding is, the Snapdragon prompt, as it takes place at a magical academy and has alchemy. It also fulfills Gardenia, as there is a queer polyamorous romance of sorts that takes place. And then finally, Cherry Blossoms also is covered in this book. Nature both on the cover, and Soleil went ahead and read the first page because we were kind of testing out the book to make sure we wanted to read it. The first page description already has a ton of nature in it, so you're definitely safe there. It covers 3 of the prompts. You've had it on your TBR for a very long time. It also covers the Forget-Me-Not prompt. It's not for me, it's new to me, but if it's not new to you, check. And then unfortunately it doesn't cover daisies because it's a chonker. I do have a few recommendations in this video that would fit the prompts, but I also want to make you aware of our Google Doc that we have had up and running, I think since the first Draconathon, and that is a giant, massive list of dragon books. Many people have put books onto this list. You're also encouraged to add your own dragon books, and so if you're looking for a dragon book and don't know where to start, that Google Doc has a lot of dragon books, and they're fairly categorized. Me and Soleil also have past TBRs as well as our own dragon videos. I can link my most recent dragon video. Our Draconathon Instagram will also be posting dragon books. We've actually maintained that throughout our year on hiatus. So if you've stayed on the Draconathon Instagram, you've probably seen quite a few recommendations there, and they will keep coming for today's video. Because again, we're trying to be concise. It's not working, but we're trying. For the Daisy prompt, a recommendation I can give to you is Book of Dragons anthology. This is a massive anthology. Each story is about 2 to 3 pages, maybe a total of 10. The short synopsis is, here there be dragons. From China to Europe, Africa to North America, dragons have long captured our imagination in myths and legends. And I'm going to go ahead and read off the list of authors that are in this book because it's pretty extensive and pretty crazy. So we have Garth Nix, Scott Lynch, R.F. Kwong, Ann Leckie and Rachel Swirsky, Daniel Abram, Peter S. Beagle, Beth Cato, Zen Chow, C.S.E. Cooney, Eliette de Bondard, Kate Elliott, Theodore Goss, Ellen Clage, Ken Liu, Patricia A. McKillips, K.J. Parker, Kelly Robson, Michael Swanwick, Joe Walton, L. Catherine White, Jane Yolen, Kelly Barnhill, Brooke Bolander, Sari Gailey, and J.L. Yang. You can read individual stories from this and checkbox it. Next, Snapdragon is, again, spells. For Snapdragon, I recommend Dealing with Dragons by Patricia Reed. This is an oldie but goldie, like, love of mine book. I think it holds up. It's really sweet. It follows a girl who doesn't want to deal with romance or anything like that. She ends up being captured by a dragon and decides she wants to stay. There's magic, there's witches, there's witchcraft, there's definitely spells, and a lot of just like good warm cozy feelings. I haven't read it in a while, but it is one I still recommend to people because of just how good it made me feel. So that's my recommendation for Snapdragon. For Gardenia, I have 2 books that I recommend and would fit into the love prompt. There's so many out there. 2 that I have personally read recently, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is a middle grade book and has a lot of found family and love between a girl and her dragon, as well as love between family and what family means. There's just like a lot of love in this book. I would say it's definitely a central theme. It's soft, it's sweet, it's quiet. So that would work for Gardenia, as well as a recent read for me, which is Dragonfall. This is by L.R. Lom, and it is a queer normative world with dragons and has a romance between our main character, Arcady, and our other main character, who is a dragon named Everin. It's very dragon-based. One of the entire perspectives is a dragon, so you can slither into that dragon's mind and have a good time in August. Another book I can recommend for Gardenia, love is flowing today, I'm sorry, is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I loved 6 Crimson Cranes. This follows a girl whose brothers are turned into cranes and she has to go and save them. There is a run-in with a dragon. There's definitely spellcrafts, so I think this would work for Snapdragon as well. And the love she has for her brothers is really sweet and nurturing, and I would say that it is a major theme. She is trying to help her brothers, she's trying to save her family, and it definitely fits into the Gardenia prompt. Then for Cherry Blossoms and nature-based, Tea Dragon Society is a fantastic book that is tea-based but also very nature-based. There's just so much nature and love in this book. It would also fit under the Daisy prompt, but a book that I'm interested in reading is Dragon Fruit. Besides this gorgeous cover, which I just can't get over, the synopsis sounds fantastic, and so I don't butcher it, I will read it out loud and butcher it that way. A dazzling romantic fantasy inspired by Pacific Island mythology. In the old tales, it is written that the egg of the sea dragon holds within it the power to undo a person's greatest sorrow. An unwanted marriage, a painful illness, an unpaid debt, gone. But as with all things that promise the moon and the stars and offer hope when hope is gone, the tale comes with a warning. Every wish demands a price. The fact that there's dragon eggs involved, definitely nature-based. It takes place near the ocean. Unfortunately, Forget-Me-Nots is kind of up to you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what book is the oldest book on your TBR, but I hope you enjoy reading it, and I think that's all I have to say for today. If you like dragons, of course, leave a dragon emoji down below, but pair it with a flower emoji just for the aesthetic. I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye!